much time to find new thumbnails. So it's easier to just use what I have, Silas. Why'd you use your damn seatbelt? How about that one? See? You want to talk shit, you mess yourself up. That's what you do. I know. I had to stare at my phone. Yeah, you are supposed to watch the road while I'm driving and playing on my phone. That's why I bring you guys along. You know that. I look like YouTube will show me any love tonight. Or everybody's sleeping. One or two. Hey, Brad Star, what's up? So the sheriff's department couldn't give me a call back today. The second dude in charge, whatever chief, whatever the hell his name was, Jason something. I don't remember his last name.
Deputy.
Yeah, it was. I forget what his name was. But we had some conversation, and of course, when I said I forget what I said or how it got brought up, but I was like, look, man, I just want to live my life. I have no fucking use for you all. Leave me alone. Don't come to my property.
He actually asked what made you this way. I think
Yeah.
that
was what that. He said, what made you like? Did this experience make you like this? Or did this make you this way? When the cop, gave me the options of paying his buddy or he was going to take you to jail. Did that make you this way? I said, make me what way? He's like, where you don't like police officers. I said, no. It's that you all are authoritarian. You're communists. That's what you are. You're thugs. Well, no, we're not, sir. If you call me 5 minutes from now and we hope this run, I'd be there to help you. I said, but I don't want your help. I don't need your help. In fact, the only time I even play by your rules is when, like right now, somebody breaks in your house and you kill them. Or, for as an example, I needed a report so I could get my medication resent to me. That's just part of the system that's in place now. If somebody, if Joe Blow down the street steals your car and he waves at you on the way out of the driveway, and you go put a bullet in him for doing that, you will go to jail. Because, like I said, it's a big game. There's a lot to the game, and part of it is not only will you do as you're told, but you will play the game as we tell you to play it, or else. And it's complete bullshit. This fucking dude, listen, so you guys already know the way the conversation went for the most part. Me trying to teach him something because Wright's getting involved. I asked him, why are you a cop, or whatever I asked him. You took an oath to uphold the Constitution, right? Yet you keep talking about law. Well, because I understand, man. Like, I just want to be left alone too. I leave here and I go home and I want to be left alone. I said, so then you understand why I don't want fucking cops on my property when there's big ass signs out there that say private property. That means government agents too. I said, you don't see what you really are because you don't know anything else. It's just what you've been told, and we've accepted it. You've accepted it. And that's it. This dude went on to say, tell him what he said, Paul, about the Constitution. Paul heard the whole conversation, so I'm not lying about this.
He said he had never read it.
He had never read the Constitution. If he has a question about it, he'll go and try to find it. I said,
you'd have to look it up.
Right, he'd have to look it up. I said, then how the fuck do you take an oath to it? And you were on scene and some shit's happening, and you do what, a forced law, and then just look at the Constitution later. And so then the felon and firearms came up. I said, wait a second. I thought you were about people's rights and fighting for people's rights and shit. But now you're talking about you enforce government rule because you're told to. I said, I don't have to pay my property tax for a decade. But when I'm told I have to, in 3 years, I will be seeing you from that day. Because it usually takes about 3 years for it to catch up to you until they auction your property off or whatever they do. Then they come to run you off of your land. I said, if you're the one that is picked to come and do that, You will kill me to get me off that land over that $300. My property tax is like $112 a year or some shit. The body you keep. If you don't do what you tell them to do, believe that you have some authority to tell them what to do because government says you have that authority. I said, but that's why they refuse to leave. You are a criminal on their land that they bought and paid for. And because they're not going to pay the king's ransom, I'd already explained to him, in England how the king's land tax works. I explained that to him. And how it's the very same system we have in place today here when it comes to property tax. To a degree it is anyway. And I said when you come there, or you go to someone as a criminal, and to remove them from their private property that they bought and paid for, they worked their balls off, they bled, they sweated for. If it means killing them, you will do that. And that's what he said, well, I haven't had to do it yet. Well, no, because nobody has stood up to you yet. But when the first time somebody does, you will kill them. Well, the only time I shoot somebody is in self-defense. I was like, so I didn't say this to him after the fact. I thought about this. I'm like, if you go rob somebody, the robber goes robs somebody, and the person that robbed him pulls out a gun, the criminal can then kill them in self-defense because they pulled out a gun. No, it's not how it works. But it's just this crazy belief system, man. Like I don't understand it. I wish I could understand it, just for the simple fact maybe I would feel sorry for some people, or maybe I don't know why I wish I could understand. Like I just don't get it. Especially now, when we all see what's going on across the country. A bunch of pigs doing as they're told in every state, in every county, in every city in this country. And if they're not doing that shit, they're playing the good old boy system. And that's what they do here. It's the good old boy system. What's that?
What?
Oh,
Propane tank?
yeah, I got parked right here. Else my phone will die down. It'll go out down here. So I'll park here. All right, you can run inside, guy.
Huh?
You run in. You guys can get out now. We're here. You don't have to get out, but you can.
Yeah, can you drive me down there or
No. You
I'll
need a
watch
rock
you.
with you?
I'll watch you from right here. Yeah, he don't want to walk out there in the dark by himself.
no? Here, just give me the light.
Where's your light, buddy?
It's the green thing. It's this.
Oh, this one you need it all.
No, I don't
Oh,
need.
Yeah, take your
Just get a little charger.
take your cord with you because then you get lost.
It belongs to that one. The different O lights
So like these are the.
have a different magnetic charger on them.
Do they?
Yeah, they're not all the same.
I don't know that.
It's the stupidest thing.
It's a way to make you buy more, I guess.
I
maybe.
guess.
Maybe so you can share with your friends.
I don't know. They brought clarity on them.
Right.
All right. Well, have fun.
All right, I'll be done here in a minute. You going to bed?
Don't watch my movie yet.
Yeah.
You got 10 minutes. Oh, jeez.
But it just, man, and if things aren't getting any better, they're not going to. I just told Paul a little bit ago. I said that it's over for this country. It's over for freedom. Like all that shit's over with. Now I know that there's somebody right now saying that's why you need to put yourself in the best position. Man, fuck that. I don't care. I don't care that it's over for the country. I'm still going to have it. I want to go to bed every night knowing that what I do is right, not knowing I did what I did, so it will put me in a better position to continue to breathe for a longer period of time. It's just idiocracy amazes me. In these, there was a plaque behind the lady's desk. That it was made out of wood. There was a thin blue line plaque. Had their gang sign, their gang flag on it. Said something about peacemakers and shall enter the kingdom of heaven or some shit like that. And all you can do is laugh at this shit, man. They're not peacemakers. They rule through fucking force and violence. There's more of us than you, the force, and we will fucking kill you if you don't do as you're told. On any level. I can't see shit tonight. Let me see what I said. If you don't get mad about it, then you have Oh, it pisses me off, man. It absolutely. I mean, it does. It pisses me off, and but it's not just them. I mean, it's the echo chamber. It's, when you have if you had you have millions of people who are completely wrong, who have no idea what freedom is. I tried to explain to this dude, so I used the same examples over and over again because I have found those are great examples to prove the point. So like drinking and driving is a great point when it comes to freedom. My son's death and his murderer is a great point when it comes to rights. So I used that. The dude had absolutely no fucking clue. Like, just could not grasp onto what I was saying. And I'm like, man, you're proving my point right now. Well, he couldn't even understand about him being in prison. He kept wanting to say, well, felons can't have guns. Well, that depends if they're a felon or not. I was like, man, just forget it, bro. You're not listening. People down here, they do not listen. Just like the Dollar General bitch that keeps carding me every day for cigarettes. I'm like, do you think I got younger since yesterday? What's policy? I said, well, show me the policy. As a customer here, I would like to see the policy that says you must card me every day when I come in here. She couldn't provide it. She said somebody else might be able to provide it. I said, well, you're the store manager. You're the assistant manager. You don't have access to that? Well, I don't know where it's at. I said, so you've never seen it yourself, is what you're telling me. Well, no, but I was told. I said my point exactly, man. Like it's all across everything. And it's not just the cops, it's everybody. It's the hospitals. You must take a COVID test to have surgery. You must wear a mask to enter. It's to the Bishop Dollar General. You must show me your ID every time you buy cigarettes. I mean, 21-year-olds now, in a lot of states, you have to be 21 to buy tobacco. Ohio is one of those states. Tennessee is one of those states. They will send you off to war. They will put a fucking machine gun in your hand, send you all over to a country, then and have you kill people in the name of government, but you can't decide if you can smoke cigarettes or not, if you can, if you want to. Like, this is a communist country, not communist in the way that we know communism as, as Red China or whatever, but it will eventually get there. When I was talking to the sheriff, I said, tell me one problem you have with government that doesn't involve cops, because he acted like he had some problems with government. And I said, police are the core problem in this country when it comes to everything we see happening. He said, well, no, I have to disagree with you there. I think it starts with the ones a little further up. I said, yeah, because Joe Biden's out kicking in fucking doors, right? He's arresting people for smoking some weed, right? He's evicting people for not paying their taxes, right? And he's at the top. So that just destroys your argument. It's always about pointing the finger uphill. Or who can we point the finger at other than ourselves? This is unreal, man. Unreal. Joe Biden came out and said that food shortages are coming. Well, no shit, dickhead. You guys work together to shut down the world for fucking 2 years. Then you kick off a war with one of the major suppliers for fertilizer. It went from $267 a ton to almost $900 a ton. Yeah, there's going to be some food shortages. I mean, I can't say that that's really a bad thing. The problem with it is the pricing of it. A lot of people are going to have their hand out to government even more because of this, and that's exactly what they want, man. Like this shit is picking up at a rapid pace, even though we don't necessarily see it every day. We don't, it's not picking up so fast that they're not in our homes still. Well, they are, but and shit could get real ugly real quick. And really, I don't care anymore if it does or not. At one time, I said like saving the country was my life's goal or some shit. Now, I just don't even care because nobody else does. There's no saving it, and I don't know. It really aggravates me. I don't know why it does anymore. I don't know why. I just don't say fuck it and kill the channel like I've talked about doing. I don't know why I just don't say fuck it and just live my life and not talk to nobody or whatever. It's just I don't know, man. I guess the hope's there that something will happen, even though I'm smart enough to know that it never will. What's up, Mister Gray Black? You're not supposed to be texting. Oh, you don't text. You talk and why? You talk what into your thing. It's a fight. Lucky, I'll call you as soon as I was done with this, man. Right when I hit go live, or right before I did, you called, and I agree with you, man. It's definitely evil. So, and this is, like I question a lot of shit because of what's going on. Like, look at Christians. You have this. This is one of the largest countries population wise when it comes to Christians. The vast majorities of those fuckers are going to hell. Like, and I know you're not supposed to judge them, but I think it's just kind of common sense. God created man. God gave man certain rights. You oppress that man, or you put man's law above God's law, or you support those who oppress that man. How could you be accepted in the kingdom of heaven? I don't believe that you can. Well, God's a forgiving God, and if you repent, okay. Well, if that's the case, then I would think that you have to at least understand what your sins were in order to be able to repent. Just my opinion. And if that's the case, and you don't repent for supporting these thugs who oppress people or being one of the thugs who oppress people, can your sins then be forgiven? I don't think so. I don't buy that. But if that's the case, and God does forgive people like that, that's not the place for me. I mean, I'll stick by that through an eternity of hell. Like I don't want no part of that shit. Like if God just fucking created man as a sick joke so that people could be miserable their entire lives and be ruled over, um, that's some screwy shit. Or maybe none of it exists. I don't know. Who knows? I definitely agree it's evil. I don't think it's like evil like we think though. I don't think it's Satan, causing these people to do these things. It's free will. There's a special place in hell for all of them. That's for damn sure. I can't see. I can't see any names, guys. I'm sorry. I'm freaking blind tonight. I'm busting my ass today, splitting wood and wore out. It seems like the more tired I get, the less I can see. It gets blurrier. Yeah, I know, man. I know, Colossal, when you just said about not killing the channel. But I mean, we could all still do that shit. I mean, I'm pretty open with my phone number, and like you can get a hold of anybody on here through me. That's what that's my email. People email me all the time, like, hey, give so and so my number, and I'll just email them or call them. I got most people's phone number. I don't think I have your phone number there and your address. At one time, I had everybody's. And I had it in my phone, so then I destroyed my phone. I wrote it all down and I destroyed my phone. Just because if anybody got my phone, I didn't want to know everybody's phone numbers and addresses. And then I think then when in the move, I lost everybody's addresses. I still have some people's phone numbers though in my phone. So it is hard to stand by and do nothing, man. It is. But I mean, you, what do? You talk to people like just like the lady at the desk today. You a sovereign citizen, like you know that's an oxymoron, right? And even though like just the evidence is there, you can look up the definition of these two words, and they are clearly oxymorons. But you don't believe they're oxymorons because of a term that has been created by the police state. You know, and I'm not saying, hold on, wait, back up. The term wasn't created by the police state. The way it is used, what is created by the police state. Like you, some sovereign citizen. Like, what does that imply? That you don't have to follow laws and blah blah blah, whatever they think. It's just some total bullshit, you know. But now here's how this went. My name probably went on a board today. This is what Paul said. He said, "You know, your name's at the top of that board now, right?" The bitch in the front told the guy when she gave me my number. He's a he's a sovereign citizen. He don't believe that we have authority over him. He jokes on him. And like that authority only comes through two things: compliance or force. And you fucking bitches ain't getting either one out of me. Well, the force, I didn't say that right. You're not going to get the compliance, and you can apply all the force you want, and it don't matter. You know, like I think with I'm sorry, I'm scratching my nose. I'm not actually picking it, but it probably looks like I am. So I just kept it. You guys know from having to see it. So much I care about you. Um, I mean, I think it's Putin going to rubles for his energy just probably cost a bunch of people a bunch of money. I'm sure. I don't know what's the exchange rate from dollars to rubles. Does anybody know? But everybody else that's done that in the past 100 years, the U.S. has killed. Most notable Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein. Yeah, 100%. I know your name. I can't freaking see it though. I'm sorry. So this is pissing me off. I need some damn glasses. I got some inside. Jay Watterson. That's your name, Jay Watterson. I'm sorry, dude. You're right about that, 100%. It's used to label, stigmatize, and demonize people they don't agree with. You're 1,000%. Hold on. What's up, Anger Fishing? How you been, man? Sorry I haven't called you lately. I've been. Hey Beth, how you doing? Plays in the dirt. Sovereign human. Right, right. You're exactly right. And I try to tell her that, like, we're all sovereigns. That's like, that's why we have rights. If we was a collective, like, not even, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, I'm so sick of talking about it. I've been talking about the same shit for years and years. Like, it's been what? I started this channel, what, 2017, maybe 2018? 4 years. Let's call it 3 years. I mean, look at the shit that's happened in those 3 years and all the bullshit. And it always it always turns out like just like today. I named the video like might need bail or something like that. I don't know what it was. And like I wasn't being funny. It wasn't clickbait. Like because usually when I go somewhere and there's cops involved, some bad shit always happens. And it's not really because I do anything wrong. It's just because I fucking piss them off. Because I don't know. I have no respect for them whatsoever. I have more respect for like that when your dog's really thirsty and it gets that white shit in the corner of its mouth. Yeah, I got more. Well, I can't say respect. I just don't have no respect for them at all. And like when people do, it's stupid. Like I see people who or quote unquote cop haters, and then they get in front of a cop and they like totally suck their dicks because they're afraid of what can happen or what will happen, or then volunteer to give them information that they don't need or just whatever. It's people don't stand up or they don't. It's just I just don't get it, man. I do not get it. And the bad part about it is look how I know how bad it is on me. My boys are gonna follow in my footsteps, both of them. I mean, trading questions me. Even being his dad, because we teach them that you need to question everything you're told. It's like I'll tell them something, and they'll be like, "Well, Dad, you told me to question you." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I can't be mad at you." And that's the same people. Just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on, but like all this stupid and I'm all over the place too. Sorry about that. But like the same people that were calling the news fake news 2 years ago, it's fake news. They're all lying now or believing everything the news says. Like people are so easily controlled, and the only ones that gain from it are the ones at the top. The people who are already rich who don't need the money because money doesn't bring them enjoyment anymore. That's why they start fucking with kids and shit. Like for real, I think that like all those rich people that are out fucking little boys and shit, little girls, they do it because nothing satisfies that need for amusement any longer. You know what I mean? Like they can't be entertained anymore. And they believe that's some way to entertain themselves. I don't know, some sick foul shit though. And we know it's happened. But depending on what clique you're in, nothing will happen to you. I mean, Bill Clinton, it was verified he was on Epstein's plane 27 times. Nothing happened to him because of his bitch, because of Hillary. It's just unreal, and they're openly doing it in front of the public. And the public's just like, you know, 99% of the public's just like, those damn Democrats or those damn Republicans still doing it. That's why I made that post today. So I made a community post this morning. Go look at it. If you haven't went and looked at it, go look at it. Somebody started calling me a racist and all this other crazy shit because it started out the beginning of the post was about something to do with rights or something. How I don't know. And I used the example of Nick's killer, and this idiot comes out of left field with, "Well, just because you believe the Constitution is responsible for killing for your son's death, blah 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 blah." And all I said was, you need to go back, read slower, and get help because your ability to comprehend is non-existent. And that's the reply I got, that I'm a racist and I'm a you damn Republicans and you think it's all about Biden, but it's not about Biden. It's about you racist fascist. Yeah, I'm a fascist. I'm real fascist because I believe that everybody must be under my rule or else. I think we should start our own town. Maybe that's the way out of this. We start our own town. We ban police from coming through that town. We make it a law, an ordinance. The only city ordinance is no government agents allowed. I wonder how many people it takes to start a town in Tennessee. I think they have to let you too. But why do you expose everyone to molesting kids? Hey, I think you're right about that. To some degree, that's a psychological mindfuck about it. I mean, look what they're doing with the trans community. Listen, dude, I don't give a shit what anybody does. I do not give a fuck. A dude just won first place at the NCAA women's tournament in swimming. Now, what should have happened is all those bitches, you know, 2 through 16 who got to compete should have all said, we're not doing it. All those teams should have stood up and said, no, fuck no, we're not letting this happen. But they didn't care because they were involved. They should have cared, but they didn't. Number 17 cared because she got kicked out of her spot due to, you know, this dudish, or whatever it is. I mean, listen, why don't trans, sports? Got to be trans to be in it. Give them their own, whatever. But and here's the kicker of it. Is it now okay to whoop your wife's ass because we're all so equal? I mean, like, can I whoop Christy's ass and then when the cops show up and be like, I'm a bitch, I'm trans. Like, can we do that now? And everybody be like, oh, the people that were like, you woman beater, and then be like, it's okay now, right? Because we're all so equal now that there's no boundaries, no lines at all. It's just the and it's always and what's funny about it is you don't see too. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I haven't heard of it anyway. I haven't seen any women entering men's sports just to win titles. That dude was he was ranked 462nd. Now he's ranked number one. You put a guy who does anything, no matter what that is. Now I'm not saying you put any guy in the pool and he's going to win first place. That's not the case. I'm not going to win. The bitches are going to swim their asses. They're going to blow right by me. But you put a dude in the pool that swims, and he's going to beat those women hands down every time. Even what's the woman of the year trans that's a dude, the player Bruce Jenner. Even Bruce Jenner said that guy is that her whatever it is was holding back. That he should have blew them bitches out of the water by 8 or 9 seconds. He won by like a second and a half or 2 seconds or something. Then people are like, I mean, just accepting it. It's just we have to, because if we don't, we'll be labeled as sexist or transphobic or whatever it is, and it's just nonsense. Like my wife, Silas wants to go back to school. He wants to be around kids his age. He wants to have friends, and I get it, man. Like, I 100%. I'm with him. I get it. I want him to too, and I think that we should put him back in school. Christy don't want to put him back in school because she don't want my kids to have to deal with that kind of shit while they're in school. And I don't. I mean, I don't blame her. I don't want them to have to deal with it either. But we're drawing lines in some places, and then we're erasing those lines in other places. Like, what's the end to it? What? Oh, where the fuck is that light come from? Is my bed light? What, but what's the end? At some point, there won't be men's sports or women's sports. There will just be sports, and everybody will have to compete in the same arenas. And when that happens, what will happen is the women will no longer be able to be competitive. And anyway, so there's no reason to play. Everybody likes to play, but not when you're guaranteed to lose. And that's kind of what we're dealing with now in life. We all want to play. We all want to live our lives and be happy and shit. We're just guaranteed to lose. We live in a system that was built around oppression, um, and it's nothing like it's supposed to be. And people can't, like fathom the ideal of not being a part of it. And the guy kept trying to convince me to today on the phone, the sheriff. If you need us, you call us and I'll be there to help you. I said, man, you're not fucking listening to me. I will never call you for anything. Nothing. Nothing. I don't want your help. I don't need your fucking help. And everybody, nobody else should want or need your help. But they, like I said, again, they've created a system where if you don't call for their help, you will then be the one who's punished in the end. And that fear of being punished, the consequences of not needing them, is what drives people to needing them. Like I said, Joe Smo breaks in your car, your car, and is waving at you going out, literally waving at you going out of the driveway. You can't walk next door and beat the shit out of him because they will come arrest you. You have to call them so they can go beat the shit out of him or kill him. So because they need to profit from it, and they need to write another check on that little list where the call list or whatever, or the run list, so they can get new vehicles next year. I mean, Benton County, Tennessee. First, I don't know what it is. So, Humphreys County's on one side of me. Within 20 miles, there's Humphreys counties, Benton County, and Carroll County. All three have a freaking Bearcat. It's an anti-mine personnel carrier. A Bearcat. Why? What has ever happened here for them to need that shit? Nothing. Trump was giving them out, so they were taking them. There were 36,000 applications for armored vehicles the last year Trump was in office, and they approved 17,500 of them from little towns like this. That way, when you won't do as you're told or you try to fight back, you have no chance of winning. And that's what that's really about. No, we're not equals. We're not going to be equals like that, Red Reaper. Yeah, they all have. No, Travis. Humphrey. These three counties, I've seen them with my own eyes. I've seen them. They all three have Bearcats. Oh, I know what you're saying now. My bad. My bad. You know what? They all three have armored Humvees too. I don't think they're giving away MRAPs anymore, man. I think they're giving everybody Bearcats because there were so many in Afghanistan. They built so many for Afghanistan. I was one of the first to get $1 million surveillance drone 10 years ago. Small. No, I don't know how small Elizabethtown is, but I can believe it. I can believe it. I'm going to turn the light out because I don't know why. It's not like my batteries are going dead. I got two of them dead, but I can see better this way. So what's Steven saying? Sucks. Be even for fire. We need to get Bearcat too. I mean, yeah, I would like to have a Bearcat. It'd be pretty cool, but the problem with that is that theirs was free to them. Like I said, you give somebody a hammer and they're going to find nails, guaranteed. Yeah, I can police myself too, man. Aliens don't exist. Would you call MOT or a firefighter? No, like I genuinely have no use for that shit, man. Stephen Miller. I really haven't the last time when that EMT was called was when I got bit by Gotti. That's the last time um, they were called by me. I just have no use for them. Not, because all an EMT is a junior fucking detective now. The first thing they do is pull your pockets out, and if you have anything in them, they turn around to the cops like, look, he has a small bag of marijuana in his pocket. You need to arrest. I've seen EMTs fucking jump in and act like cops and help beat the shit out of people before. That's crazy. I don't know about that, Paul Revere. I mean, they're aliens, but I don't think aliens in the way that you mean it. Oh, I see what you're saying now. My bad. Who knows? Who knows, man? Yeah, did you see where I seen that the other day when they asked that Judge Jackson what a woman was and she couldn't answer it. Like we live it like I'm like Dan is. I hate using the term clown world, but this is a fucking circus. I mean, it is an absolute goddamn circus, and I don't want no part of it. I mean, I see it. I see, people calling EMT or a paramedic. I mean, to some degree, I'm paying for it. So, if I want to pick and choose what I wanted to who I want to call, is that okay? Yeah. At the same time, if you're trying to remove yourself from the system, then you need to remove yourself from it. Like, I don't need those dudes. I don't want them. But if there were paramedics or if there were firefighters, it should be volunteer shit. They shouldn't be paid. They're paid government agents. They're licensed by government. They're hired by government. They act under the name of government. Oh, I guess it just said Valley. What's up, Valley Echoes? How you doing, man? I have no I can't say never. I have no use for those fuckers. I told him today. If there's ever a problem, I'll drag the body out to the street. When you find it, come ask me. Come talk to me. Call first though, because you got to be invited to come here. How the fuck is it? Through force and violence, Colossal. That's how, man. That is how it happens. But it's not a democracy though. It's not like it blows my mind that people think that any amount of people, whether it be the minority or the individual is the smallest minority there is, and nobody, if everybody in the country wanted to do this thing, whatever it was, like the police, if everybody in the country wanted police but me, nobody has the authority to force me to accept that or to force me to play that game. If you need somebody to protect you, if that's your assumption that the police protect you in some way, shape, or form or fashion, whether it's through fighting crime or arresting criminals or whatever it is, you're free to hire security. What you're not free to do is force me to be a part of that system. Yeah, there's a volunteer fire department right here up the road. I've never seen nobody there yet, and I can't find a phone number for it to have a conversation with them. I mean, just look what happens now with your grandma has a heart attack, and the first people to show up are the police, and they will stand there and let her die. They will not put their goddamn hands on her. But they will shoot somebody and start giving medical care, though. Try to keep them alive because they want to shoot. They want to shoot them and put them in jail. Yeah, I mean any of that shit. Any collectiveness should first in the community should be by volunteer only, and then it should be volunteer. You should have to volunteer to be a part of it or to use those services, and then you should have to volunteer to be a firefighter, volunteer to be an EMT or whatever it is. And if 2019 Birdsong Road doesn't donate to the fire department, they don't want to be a part of it, then fuck it. When their house is on fire, don't go there. And when they try to offer you money when the shit's burning down, say, well, you had your chance and you didn't do it. But I told you today, I don't care if somebody calls you and tells you something's going on here. Don't come here. You're not wanted here. There is a lot of angles, man, but you know, it's what we can. They can force us to do things, but um, we can't. We can't make our own choices when it comes to anything. Like even acceptance of like racism or phobias, and like now it's all this phobia shit. They're playing that a bunch. Like they're done with the race card because they have people convinced that everything is racist. You're a racist. Like racism is an action. It's not a thought. It's not a word. It's not a group of words. It's not a sentence. It's not a name. It is an action. There has to be action in order to be racist. You know, in order to be racist, you had to violate somebody's rights based solely on their race. That's racism. Calling somebody a name is not racism. Not believing what somebody believes is not racism. Being a part of the paradigm is not racism. Like it's just fucking crazy, man. Like we literally live in clown world. Yeah, I'm not stuck in it, man. I mean, my life expectancy went way down when I decided not to be stuck in it, but I'm fine with that. Like, who fucking wants to live being a slave? In all honesty, is it worth living? Like, I'm just here riding out the end of the roller coaster, man. I'm just waiting for it to come to a stop. And I've never made a secret of that. I'm fucking surprised I've lasted this long. And I'm absolutely fine with that. And when I die, nobody will remember me. Fucking a month and a half later, I'll never be talked about again. My close family, maybe by my kids, my wife, maybe my parents and brother and sister. Everybody else, I'll be an afterthought that they will remember maybe when they see the word freedom written down somewhere or whatever. And I'm 100% fine with that. I know, dude. Trust me, Travis. I know how hard it makes your life. Look at the bullshit I went through just over my knee, just over that shit. Like since the whole C virus shit, I've done nothing but trying to fight that shit. I've done nothing but stood my ground, with the exception of the one time. Yeah, we're trying, man. I gotta build some raised beds this week. I've been hardening my little plants I got growing. I don't even know what you call them. They're not seedlings. They're all growing. They're all doing really good. I actually need to go in there and plant some more tonight and get those started, get them germinating, um, and get the rest of it and put the grow lights on them. Those grow lights are badass. I forget what they're called, or I would tell you. They're $100 for 6 4-footers, and they all link together. So like you can start a bunch of shit. The problem is I got to get these trees down, man. And I don't think I'm gonna have time. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it done myself in time. I have at least 15 trees that have to come down to get light in one part of. Um, the further away something is from your front door, the less likely you are to take care of it. So we're going to put them right here where we normally burn shit, at least for now anyway, or at least up here somewhere, maybe on this flat spot. I don't know, or somewhere right here in front of the truck. We're at the top of the hill right now, right in front of the Conex container. Then like there's a bunch of trees to cut down. Like that's a job, man. You know, we cut. Me and Paul and I. Well, yeah, Paul and I cut down 4 trees in one day and topped another one. Is that right? And like it wore. Dude, I busted my balls that day. I have, and then not only that, but I have one, two, three. I have a big ass maple and two huge cedar trees that had to come down. They're leaning over our dwelling, and then I would like to get somebody out here just to log off about just to clear cut 6 acres of it or something. I don't know if I can. I've been trying to get a hold of people, but for some reason it's hard to get people to reply to you down here. Why did you use the LEDs to germinate them? And they'll grow without any light at all. You're supposed to put them in a dark place till you see leaves or whatever, and then throw the grow lights on them. But they were only it was $100 for all 6 lights. It was like $99. They're freaking awesome, man. Like they're so not they're like so cool because it's like that weird pink color that they're made just for the grow lights. But like they put off heat and everything. It's cool as hell. And I'm only using two of them. But in those two, I got 101. No, wait, that ain't right. 36, 36. Yeah. No, 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 no. There's 72 started right now. And I have another 100 and something I can start. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I think that's way overkill. But even in those 70 something, there's more than just one plant in each, little whatever it is. I still need to separate them. I'll probably just go wait to separate them until I transplant them. I just transplanted a bunch of them last night to bigger little things. Who's looking back? About what? Yeah, I just put them in the dirt, man, and put them, make them really moist. And then I cover them up and throw them over by the fireplace so they still stay really warm. And I mean, it all worked. It's my first time ever growing anything. I've never grown anything in my life, ever. Kids. Well, the good thing about me, Steven, is I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to die. I would just about bet, unless some weird shit happens between now and then. Somebody sees me like to sprout. I didn't know that. So then what's sprout? What's the difference in germination and sprouting? Yeah, so we're waiting on the last frost here too. But can't you just cover them up if it frost out? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have um, raised beds, is it the cold that kills them, or is it the actual frost landing on them that kills them? And down here, I don't know when the last frost is. There's some misinformation or misinformation shit. Mixed. See that? Now that word's in my head. Mixed information about it. Where some people say, in April, some people say mid May. My grandpa always said May 14th, but that's in Ohio. My grandfather uh, used to have a garden every single year, every year. And he always said May 14th. Never plant before May 14th. Wish I'd learned all the shit that he knew. 54 miles away from what? Here? I'm about to go to bed. I'm fucking beat. We had a rough day. I did. Like I'm wore out from splitting wood today. I woke up feeling like shit. Yeah, Stuart. I think. I mean, like everybody feels something coming, man. But I don't. I don't know. I just don't see it. On one hand, I don't see it. I don't see that. Who gains? Who gains from food shortages, and who gains from death, and who gains from chaos? I mean, I don't know. What's the end goal, and who decides what that end goal is? If we knew the answers, then we would know the right questions to ask. When you see, that's freaking great, Stuart or Stephen Miller. That's funny shit right there. Throw a can of beanie weenies. Oh man, I don't know. I need to get some more food. It's expensive though. It's like, do you spend the money on that or do you spend it on what you're trying to do? Then how much of it do you spend? I paid off a bunch of credit cards the other day. Uh, so I don't have that anymore. Thank God. This shit's expensive. Credit cards suck. I've had all my credit cards paid off. When we came down here, we were completely debt free. And then, like, it kicked in, and I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to get things done around here, but I don't know. Oh well, it is what it is. I'll get them paid off. Oh shit. I tell you what I needed, man. What I need to learn how to do is can stuff. Whether that be meats or vegetables. I need to learn how to do that. I need to get a canner. I'm gonna look into that tonight. Actually, there's one out there that you just literally push a button and it does everything for you after you get the food in. Obviously, I need to go back and look at it and go ahead and order it. I don't know if I have the money to order it or not. If I do, I might. Yeah, we're in Washington State. Not that I know of. The only one I knew. Don't fuck with that dude no more. Fucking piece of shit. Yeah, how long does canned food last though? Because I have a bunch of it that expired. Oh shit, I don't know, early 2021. And Christy wants to throw it all out, and I'm like, don't throw that shit out. I'll eat it. She's like, but it won't be no good. She's like, it turns too much. Like I have a shit like tuna. I have a ton of tuna that expired in late mid in mid and early 21. I'm sorry, early and mid 21. And I told her, I was like, don't throw that out. I'll eat it. She's like, you can't eat tuna that's expired. I'm like, it's in a sealed fucking package. Like, how bad can it go? The shit lasts for years in there. Like, you know what I mean? It lasts for years. Is it going to go bad because of a couple more years? I mean, I just don't see that. They put preservatives and all that shit. I wonder why they only preserve for so long. Yeah, there's a bunch of, they have all that shit here. I think if it gets to the point that, like, we need, I don't think that I'm that advanced. I'm a decade away from being able to grow my own food. Like I like meat. I'm a meat eater. I'm straight. I'm a carnivore. Like I enjoy steaks. I don't like really like hamburgers though, but I'd eat them. I'd eat them over. I like salads though too. I can't say that. I like all food. I'm just a fat kid. Speaking of which, I'm starving, man, guys. I gotta go. I'd go out here and get something to eat. It's getting late. Yeah, that's what Kirsty said. It would turn into mush. So is it worth keeping? And then like if we're hungry, I mean, I'll eat mush too. Yeah, I need to get some chickens, man. Like, but until before I can do that, I got to get rid of all these damn trees. There's just no room because there's so many trees. I love eggs, man. I eat every single day. I eat at least 2 egg sandwiches with 2 eggs on each one of them every single day, every day, no matter what. Like I leave work and come here just to get egg sandwiches, even after eating 2 egg sandwiches for breakfast. Like I love egg sandwiches. I fucking love them. Yeah, I'm going to jump off here, guys. I'm starving. No, I'm not really starving, but like my stomach hurts. I'm hungry. Those dates are not expiration. Those dates are not expiration times. I don't know. I bet it probably depends on what it is. Like I'm sure, like one thing lasts something longer than the other. I wonder how over easy or scrambled. Not scrambled. I don't know. I don't know how she cooks them. She cooks them and she throws them on a sandwich. If you want to know how I like shit, you need to ask her. I don't know. I can't even tell you how I like my steaks. I know how I like them cooked when I cook them. I don't know what it's called though. All right, y'all. We will see you all later. I'm freaking going to get here and get some food, and I need to plant some shit, but I don't feel like it. I might just wait till tomorrow. Get a couple pins now. They will be okay. A small cage. Well, I thought about getting some and put them in the house because they have to stay warm. Tractor Supply gets them in every now and then. The problem with that is that they make noise, which I don't care about the noise. It doesn't bother me at all. It wouldn't bother me, but it would bother my dogs. So I gotta get these trees cut down, um, and then I can start doing a little more stuff. I need to get my dogs outside. That's another reason why these trees need to get cut down. So but the dogs are just they're such a pain in the ass having them in the house. Um, but I don't want my kids to quit. They wanted these dogs. They wanted these dogs that would be inside and be their little lovable puppies and shit. But now that it takes so much work, they get aggravated with them, and they are aggravated sometimes. And I guess maybe it's because I don't have to take care of them. I don't have to clean up after them. I don't have to take them out to go to the bathroom. I do it when I choose to do it, and I don't. I just don't want them to quit. I don't want my kids to think that they can quit anything that happens in life, especially trading him. He's 15 years old. I remind him all the time when he gets mad about taking his dog, and I'm like, yeah, don't have a kid. Be changing diapers. My bad, John Rice, man. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off here. Good night, everybody. Night, Greg. If I don't go to bed in the next 45 minutes, man, I'll call you. Maybe run up there. I don't even know what time it is. It's got to be getting late, ain't it? What time is it? Do I know? Central time? It don't matter. Just tell me what time you're telling me. There's Greg. Oh, see. Oh, there's Greg. I can't even hardly see, Greg. Like I'm seriously so tired. Like it's hard for me to see. No, I'll give you a call in a few minutes, man. I gotta run it here inside real quick. I'll give you a call. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.